And after so many games and public matches on Reforged, I am happy to say that I am finally among the top 25 best Warcraft 3 Light Towers players in the world. What a title that I am proud to announce. It has been such a grind, to be honest, but to be honest, it was fun because I've learned so much about the game, and I feel like, I've learned a lot about myself too, and about like kind of like my patience for a game, and kind of like standing on my desk and just playing one game and actually getting better. Because it is one thing to like literally just play the game, but it is another thing to actually try to get better. So I feel like that was super fun and a fun kind of process for me. So I'll kind of like throughout this game, which was a kind of like a fun background game for you guys, I'll be discussing a few points of improvements from my personal experience to help you guys out, kind of progress throughout this ranking system of Line Tower Wars. But for now, just enjoy the kind of live commentary, and I feel like we're going to be going for the next game and hopefully climbing more ladders, crushing more noobs, and securing ourselves good positions in ranking ladders. Because the thing is with this game, a lot of good players utilize some small optimizations which make you, that much better, right? So I've been playing a lot of in-houses with like rank one, like Poke Bunny, all these awesome people. By the way, the community is freaking fantastic. So I definitely do recommend you guys go to check them out. I'll have a link in the description for their pretty much their Discord. They're very like friendly. If you guys want to learn a little bit more about this map, go check them out. They're really awesome people. But yeah, so let's dive deep into the tips and tricks. I'm pretty much playing in a like kind of a random lobby. I'm not too sure how this is gonna go. Hopefully we get a decent game, and hopefully I could get like a nice showcase for you guys. But if we really dive deep into, the mechanics of the game and like really how to like optimally play this game, it comes down to a few things, right? It comes down to really like small adjustments that you can make, right? So the thing is like, let's talk a little about it. Let's specifically talk about a few things. So let's talk first about sending, right? The thing is, there's a lot of like things I'm going to be talking about that I'm still not perfect at, right? There's still a lot for me to learn. And I feel like it all comes down to experience, because I've been playing with like versus, these top level players, and man, I get completely annihilated. I had like a few in-house runs with these guys, and I literally got wrecked every single time without like without one time being like any not close at all, you know what I mean? So that's what I mean. Like these players, like they're so good, like at top level players, man. Holy, like the small optimizations, like the mid game, the way they play it, like everything is just so perfect, right? They don't make any mistakes, they don't miss any incomes. Like that's what makes a really good player, is just like understanding and just experience, I guess, overall, right? And I feel like that's the thing that I'm lacking. So the difference between top 25 and top 10 is insane. So yeah, I mean, there's still a lot to learn. If you guys want me to go for top 10, just let me know down in the comments. I'll try my best, I feel like it's doable. It's just going to take me quite a bit of time, I think, until I reach, like an attractive point where I could say that, I'm among the best players. But still, being ranked 25, when you think about it, there's literally only 25 people that are above you, and technically some of them are not even like, I guess, active. So you could say that you're among the top best players. So that's obviously a very cool title to own. I'll try to know different games in the future, maybe like try to get better at multiple games. And if there's one game you really want me to go ham on and really try to like maximize my I don't know, just become like a well-known player, I guess, in different communities, I guess could be fun, right? So I guess if you have suggestions, leave them down in the comments. But again, so let's talk a little bit. Let's talk business, guys. Let's talk business. Before, let's make sure that I hold this. Before I do. Oh no, I didn't sell. Yeah, the thing is, like, some mistakes. That's the thing. I've learned how to like literally talk at the same time of playing this game, because the thing is, like, it's so difficult, right? Obviously, like, this game is high pace, right? So for you to like talk and commentate as at the same time, man, oof, you gotta be on top of your game, that's for sure. So yeah, let's talk business, guys. First, let's talk about what makes you a good player, right? First is, as you guys are noticing at the moment, I'm already completing my maze. Even though it's only archers, I've been completing my maze from the start. The reason why I do that, guys, is because I want to have as much downtime in my maze as possible, right? The more time these units spend in my maze, the better is it. It's for me, for multiple reasons. For me to react, so I can react. It gives me a little bit more time to react. For example, if I see trolls, for example, I have to pretty much adapt my bottom maze, probably build some guard towers. But the thing is, if I have like a very short maze like this guy, it's... How do you have 4K income? Oh, wow, that's insane. He has very high income. Oh, damn. Wow. Okay, so we might have a good game, guys. I hope. I really don't want to leak, though. Oof, that was really close. So obviously, you know, like I mentioned before, building the maze. So as you see, I have a little bit more downtime in my maze. And, you know, these towers don't cost much. It's a little bit of like a cost efficiency, I guess you could say, right? Where I'm pretty much like building the lowest tier units. And they're pretty much defending for me. So that's what's really nice about it. Go for one meteor tower. So I could start clearing these knights or cavaliers or whatever you guys want to call them. A lot of sand, so this guy's pressuring me quite a bit, so that's good. So we might have a, you know, decent game on our hands. Always, you know, keeping, so also sending is very important. We've talked about, you know, first off would be obviously, you know, building your maze from the beginning, from the get-go. You just want to build your maze, get it out the way, and so you can focus on pretty much sending and other things on the you know, that are important to be good in this game. So first thing, obviously, finish your maze. Second thing is sending, right? Building up income and sending. So how do you even send? Like, it's kind of difficult to explain how to like properly send, I feel like. The thing is, what I like to send is obviously, as you see, I'm switching between second tier and third tier. So I'm always sending like lowest tier units. So you see the food cap, hopefully it's closest to 100 all the time, you know what I mean? And you want to do some double send. So just before the income timer pops, I'm essentially so we're also going to be getting invisible soon. So we probably want to adjust my maze for that. Oh, okay. So we might get some leaks here. Hopefully we can upgrade some of these. This is a little bit overbuilt, but I really do not want to leak too many. I mean, I'm probably going to leak anyways. It's also going to be going for some guard towers. Reason being is because they do bonus damage versus these trolls because of the light armor. Also, armor type is important, but I feel like you only can really pay attention to that a little bit later in the game. So, yeah, sending is always, you know, keeping that food as high as possible. The reason being is because as you send lower tier units, you get more, I guess, income, you could say, because you're essentially, because the thing is, like, if you send more lower tier units, the thing is you can fill up your food cap, but at some point you can't go over 100, right? So, that's the thing. So you want to find that fair balance between, you know, sending lower tier units and also keeping that this food cap and also pressuring your enemies. So you could send obviously to steal life, or you could send to just, you know, income. So it kind of depends which situation you're in. In this case, I'm lacking a few lives, I would say. So for me to like go for a few lives here, I feel like would be smart, right? So obviously mid game, you probably want to get rid of what's it called? Most of these tier 1 towers, and you want to go for elementals. So it kind of depends. You know, there's multiple stages to the game. So in this stage, I feel like we're closing in on the kind of Wraith stage where we pretty much want to send auras first and then go for air, which would be very good versus this guy, right? So we're gonna do right now. So we sent a two set of auras first, endurance plus I hope we're not going to leak here, but I mean, it is possible when you think about it. So we sent some auras first, and afterwards we're going to be sending some wraiths. Yep, so see, this is pretty effective. So that's why you want to send a little bit of some set of auras first, and transition directly to some air. Which usually kind of works to steal a few lives. Again, we are a little bit more healthy now, which is nice. But it doesn't mean necessarily that we're back in the game. It just means that, you know, got a few lives back, which is always, you can always use a few extra lives, right? Usually Volt is pretty good against Banshees, but I needed that a little bit earlier. He's doing pretty well. As you see, this guy's pressuring me quite a bit. which kind of sucks for me. If I see another Banshee wave, I could just upgrade this into a Volt. I mean, I could do it right away, and I'm gonna start prepping for a big Banshee wave. So again, it's just understanding which stage of the game you are at the moment, and just kind of applying like a good sending pattern. So like auras plus air is usually the way to go, right? So I'm gonna go for some auras. You could also go for a lot of dragon spawns like this guy is doing. It could work. Like all of this, it boils down to pretty much understanding what your opponents have. Like in this case, this guy's a little bit weaker to air. So that's why he doesn't have good anti-air essentially. So that's why you see me going for auras plus air. Which is, you know, part of the game. I guess you need to understand what your opponent is weak. And that pretty much boils down to experience, right? So you can't really understand properly how to like counter whatever you're seeing unless you've played this game a lot, right? Let's go for some upgrades, hopefully just to kill most of these Banshees. So this guy's doing the right thing, right? He's going for what's it called? Some auras, a little bit early auras though. Double waves. He's still stealing lives from me, which kind of tilts me a little bit, but you know, part of the game, I guess. So I'm happy that this game turned out to be a good one, right? I'm surprised blue or red didn't leak. I guess I could go for like a massive Banshee wave, which I see that working. Hopefully this does a little bit of damage. So now we're going to be also getting more volts. So yeah, that's pretty much how you send. I mean, again, I've briefly talked about sending. There's still a lot more subtleties to it. I guess you learn from experience. Layout of the maze is probably like another point I need to touch, talk a little bit about. The thing is, like with building a maze, it's kind of complicated, I guess. Because building a maze, it takes a lot of experience. Like, what I recommend is obviously just like choosing one set of what's it called? Let me upgrade. Let me focus for a bit. One set of elements and just playing them consistently, and also following whatever is meta, right? I feel like that's also important. I usually go for the same strategy because I remember it being decent. Depending on your playstyle, you probably want to adjust your playstyle, right? Or your playstyle to the element, or the elements to your playstyle. So it kind of depends. So I mean, meta picks or meta elements usually are like the ones that I'm playing at the moment. Void is pretty good for greed. Also, sludges is very good for the slow. So it really depends. Again, it really depends. But I recommend just picking the one I have, because if you pick the one I have, I feel like you are guaranteed to play really well. Because they're consistent, right? They're very consistent. Now we're going to be getting some voltages in the center here. Voltages do percentage HP damage. I also want to be getting reveal, let's not forget about it. A little bit weaker to air, I think, at the moment, so get that splash up front. This is the point where you pretty much need to have like a solid maze, I would say. Because as you see, I'm kind of leaking a few here. Yeah. I mean, it's not gonna work. I don't think so. This is why you go for a lot of moonbeams up front, because the second this guy does that, I mean, it could work, right? Get a lot of these. We should be good with all those volts. So yeah, just we're just stabilizing at the moment. Yeah, here comes the Griffins. Surely start getting these 10k towers. That's going to be kind of important. Get some discs in the mix. Why not? Probably getting 10k towers is probably worth it at this stage of the game. Make sure you kind of hold pretty much all the incoming units.
I am ready. Upgrade complete. More gold is required. What is your wish?
Yeah, so here comes the griffins. So that's pretty much our Q for mushrooms. Very interesting maze by our opponent here.
What is your wish? Upgrade complete. I am ready.
Also been doing a few mistakes with the choosing of my discs, because discs are kind of important. So you can't build, like, there's very particular discs that you have to get depending on your maze. In this case, I went for fire discs, which you kind of learn as you progress throughout the game. But the thing is, like, some discs are not worth getting, I think. Could just get volts, to be honest. I really don't want to. I can't afford to lose too many lives, as you guys noticed.
What is your wish?
Yeah, I'm gonna probably leak a few more. Completely fine. So we're also gonna be going for some technology, as you guys noticed. What's important at the moment is going for the. Okay, here comes the big air sand. Completely fine. We'll defend this, no problem. Wrong hotkeys at the moment, which kind of sucks, but we should be fine. How is he stealing lives from me? With all these mushrooms? Yeah, I'm a little bit low, guys. And now we're gonna go for a desperate send. Because we have to catch back up, right? That's the only way. I don't see what else I could really go for, to be honest. Let's go for griffins, necros, endurance. Probably just griffins, to be honest. Griffins and necromancers are spell immune, which is good. We desperately need some lives here. Looking not too bad, guys. That's a lot of bombs, so we're going to be upgrading all of these. Get some of these attack speed discs pretty much everywhere. Very important to get. This guy really likes his air sands. I mean, it's okay. It's fine for me. Let's start building some slow. So we need slow around the maze. Very important. Oops. Get that armor reduction up front. Seems like air wasn't too effective versus this guy. Slight inefficiency there. Making some mistakes, misclicks, you know, part of the game, part of the game. Okay, we're stealing lives. This is good. This is good. We're kind of catching back up. The thing is, like, these guys have like an absurd advantage. I have like an income advantage, but it won't change anything, I think. Okay, so we got some big waves coming in. Don't think necessarily they will do anything. I'll get my slow here. Should be pretty much carrying me for these bomb waves, no problem. Alright, so this guy literally went full silent for some reason. He completely forgot that he's recording a video, so I'm going to be taking over the commentary. Essentially, I'm just adding the finishing touches to the maze. For example, all of these components are critical to my survival for late game phase. Essentially, we have mushrooms, which are going to be helping against any sort of air, and also making my towers a little bit more durable. For example, the combination between annihilation glyphs and mushrooms are pretty deadly versus phoenixes. We're also going to be adding some moon beams, as you guys see, and some slow with water elementals, which are going to be helping for the purging. The slow from the sludges pretty much scattered around the maze is critical for slowing ground and air, We also have, obviously, you're going to be scattering those glyphs, annihilation glyphs, which are going to be doing extra damage for every hit. So all of these towers are important for the final maze. So you guys can kind of pause the video and check out the maze itself and try to copy it. This is usually the maze that the rank 1 player is using, so I've been just pretty much trying to copy his own maze. Oh my god, I'm so... Dude, I've been making so many, like, absurd mistakes. Like, my maze, usually you need to have your maze complete by this point, right? And it's far from complete. It's just far from complete. I'm just, like, not on top of my game at the moment. There's a lot of things I haven't been doing, I think, that I should have. So I need to scatter this beacon to prevent Phoenix waves to be coming in. So obviously just having some nice slow pretty much everywhere is also very important. I don't seem to have fully ready for some reason.
How may I serve?
Stunning freaking in. So another thing I have learned is also, like, let's talk about maze layout, obviously, since, you know, I seem to be a little bit focused at the moment. But so what's important, I guess, is just having a little bit of armor. So you got armor reduction from the treants, right? So they provide good armor reduction to pretty much all units that kind of go through them, I guess. Afterwards is probably just going for discs tier 2. That's also super important. Orb Keepers do percentage HP. Mushrooms prevent phoenixes. They also... Let's get a water discs here. We got slow from the sludges, which is very important. We got discs to give us extra armor. So all of that is, like, everything combines perfectly, right? In some way. But again, it's... I feel like I'm missing a few things, though. I don't know what I'm missing, but I feel like I'm missing something. For sure. I don't know why these guys aren't sending, because I can't really Phoenix this guy, so I'm just gonna go for... Oh, wow.
What is your wish? Upgrade complete. Upgrade complete. Upgrade complete. Upgrade under attack.
Ooh, this is heated. GG. Oh my god. Oh my god. How are we still in the game? What is this guy saving for, man?
More gold is required. More gold is required.
Ah, man, just in time. Let's bring the phoenixes down. Hopefully we can do something about it. Yeah, this guy has no defense, though. I broke through, which is nice. Not gonna be enough, Joe. GG. Woo! What a game! What a game. That was fun. Here we go, guys. And we finally finished this game, guys. If you have enjoyed the video, make sure to like the video and subscribe for more. Let me know what you guys think about the new editing style. But on to the next game, on to crushing more noobs and climbing the ladder. And hopefully you guys will enjoy the next few videos planned. So thank you guys so much for your support as always. Have a good day. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, guys.